pad level high and not lowering his pad level. So everybody knew that his running style wasn't going to translate to the NFL because his pad level was too high, and he still run with his pad level way high, ball exposed. That's why sometimes he has fumbling problems.
Okay, so
Like I think Blake been straight.
Now with Blake, we was talking about the quarterbacks in this class. Now we have, let me see, is Johnny Manziel, okay, haha. We get that. Teddy Bridgewater, Derek Carr, and Jimmy Garoppolo. No, I'm just throwing it out there. Let me get my pick. So buy Larry Brown. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. That would be a reach. I'm actually gonna go Green Bay, and I'm going to put them up against the Steelers.
That's a reach.
I think it's going to be a rematch, and I think it's going to be the same result. And I think Aaron Rodgers gets number 2. How's that?
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, Tamar. I'm gonna be honest with you, Tamar.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. How is that a reach when you got one of the best wide receivers in the league and the best running back in the league? How is that a reach?
No. I'm talking about the Packers pick, but
dude, I would have rather you picked them. I would have rather you pick the 49ers than the Packers.
Come on. Y'all don't believe in Aaron Rodgers?
I don't believe in his people.
It's not I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers. I believe in Aaron Rodgers. Listen, so his number one wide receiver, his number one wide receiver now is Devontae Adams, but his other wide receiver, he hasn't been the same player since when? I don't remember. When was the last time he was a stud? Second, you traded his best friend off the team. So a lot of those
they got past that. He gonna have to get past that. This is the business.
They get past it. They got past it. But a lot of those backyard plays, who was catching them passes from me? It was Jordy.
When Jordy tore his ACL, did they go to the playoffs that year?
Did they win in the playoffs?
No, but I'm asking, did they make it to the playoffs at least?
I picked them to go to the playoffs, but when you go to the playoffs, you need playmakers.
Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, I don't want to see that.
Man, listen.
We've seen it. What do you mean you don't want to see it? Like, we've seen it.
The past 10 years he's been in the playoffs, and I mean, has he made the Super Bowl since he won it?
He hasn't, but I'm still not going to take this man
out. Has he been to the championship game since he won it?
Listen, that's my pick.
I'm listening. I got you.
Aaron Rodgers gotta get 2. He gotta get 2. That's why we got 2.
That's why it's a fake show.
No, he don't.
Eli,
he don't have to get 2.
Yeah, he gotta get 2. Eli got 2. He gotta get 2.
Eli's defenses is better than Aaron Rodgers.
And either way, Eli got 2. But let's talk, since we talk about football, let's skip over to college. Something that as a fan, I'm like, okay, that's an opportunity, but as a University of Michigan, go Big Blue fan, Urban Meyer, seeing him, the situation with the scandal. We're going to go over this because we run out of time. We've got a little bit more topics. Do you believe that he knew about the wide receivers coach and the domestic violence? Speak on it.
I'll say this. If we believe that Joe Pa knew, and if we believe that Rick Pitino knew, then why wouldn't we hold Urban Meyer to the same standard? If they are the head coaches, and they those two got blamed, I think that Urban Meyer should be held to the same standard. I also think Urban Meyer's left Florida, right? Left Florida I think he was under scandal there. So I
I know you've seen
I
the
believe.
meme that's went around of the team that he had on there with Tim
Yeah,
Tebow.
Tim Tebow,
Um,
Aaron Hernandez,
God bless the
Cam.
dead, Aaron Hernandez, but he did what he did. Um, who else was either way? But you feel like he knew?
Yeah, I think I'm just saying, just going off of recent history. Um, if we're going to hold those coaches to that standard, I think that we have to hold him to that same standard.
Speak on it, man.
For me, it's simple. If you're gonna hold the head coach accountable for when kids, that's what they are. They're college students. They're still kids. You're gonna hold them accountable for when they do something, and you should definitely hold them accountable, whether he knew or not, whether he was aware or not. You should hold them accountable for what the grown men under his watch do. Like, can't say you need to keep an eye on these 75, 80 kids and what they do with every waking moment, and not be accountable and aware of what's going on with the grown men that's on your staff. You know, and I'm pretty sure he heard it through the rumor mill. Everybody talk, you know, and places like Ohio State, you know what I mean, even like Penn State, like majority of the time, the town is the university. So everybody know each other, everybody talk to each other. So if that coach was doing that, he heard it through
It
the
had to get
grapevine.
back to him.
Like, it had to get back to him. You know what I mean? One way or another, it had to get back to him. So I'm pretty sure he knew, and it is what it is at this point, you know.
All right, so we're gonna since we're talking college football, might as well get a little glimpse into that. We'll probably touch on that a little bit more in another podcast, maybe the next one. But just briefly touch on college playoff football. We'll talk about expanding it. We'll definitely have a conversation about that. But quickly, who is going to be the four that's in the playoffs? I'll speak my piece on that first. Bias alert, bias alert. It's going to be Michigan. Um, I think I would be. I think this is going to shake up OSU, which is going to actually help Michigan. I think it's our time. We've won 10 games for the past, it seems like forever. I'm tired of that. Let's win like 12. I think Clemson is going to do it. As much as people ride them for what it is. It is what it is. Alabama and
So you ain't gonna put my boys in there?
no, y'all no. Who will be that fourth team out of a Power Five conference? To be honest, there's nobody that's intrigued me other than those three. I honestly think that Clemson is going to end up winning it regardless, whoever they play. Whether it's Alabama, whether it's Ole Miss, LSU, Ohio State, Texas, whoever. I think that Clemson is the clear-cut number one to me, and it's going to show why Dabo Sweeney is going to start elevating himself to a Nick Saban type conversation. Speak on it, somebody.
All right, so this is what I'll say. Go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give my Power Five champions first. I think Alabama wins SEC. I think, as much as to mine just gave Dabo Sweeney all of that love, I think Willie Taggart goes to Florida State and turns and makes that program what Jimbo Fisher should have made it. I think Florida State wins the ACC. I think Washington is going to win the Pac-12. I like what's going on with Ohio State. I think losing your quarterback, your tight end, and your running back, Penn State got to take a step back, right? Don't they? Right?
No. We didn't lose our quarterback.
Well, he ain't got the same weapon, so he ain't going to take a step back. And I don't really like him that much anyway. So, but I'm like, I'll take that back. He's pretty good. But I'm still gonna go with Penn State to win the Big Ten. I know, Taman, you're not gonna like that. I just think like Michigan, we find ways to lose to Michigan State every year. We couldn't even punt the ball, bro. We couldn't punt it. All he had to do
come back.
He didn't even
Come back.
All he had to do was punt it.
Come back.
Just punt it.
Come back.
That's all he had to do was punt it. But anyway,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Because I was in front of the TV like, no.
You just told me to come back, and then you.
Yeah, I did. Because I took my. Okay.
And then the Big 12. I'm gonna take TCU in the Big 12. My 4 playoff teams out of there. I'm gonna go with Alabama, Penn State, Florida State, and Washington.
Wow.
And I'm gonna say, just because I get tired of Alabama winning it all the time, so I'm not gonna pick them. That's boring. I'm gonna go a traditional Rose Bowl, Penn State versus Washington, and I like James Franklin so much. James Franklin was a national championship, man. Penn State wins it.
Let's go. So,
hold on. Penn State won the national championship, yo.
Yeah, man.
All right, go ahead, dog.
I don't like going to the bottom. That's boring, man.
So this is what I'm gonna say.
All you gotta do is say bias alert.
You already know. But I think Trace didn't get a lot of credit because he had the number 1 player in the nation behind him. I think we got another stud running back. So I'm gonna make it short. No, he ain't Saquon, but the ball's solid. He spelled Saquon was solid. But Penn State is going. I got Penn State as one of my teams. As much as I hate Bama, I just think that they just recruit, man. The way they recruit is crazy. So I got Bama in there. I want to put Texas in there, but I'll go with I'm gonna go Georgia, man. I'm gonna put Georgia in there. I'm gonna put Georgia.
I dig that.
Georgia in my top 4. And here is the crazy one. I'm gonna go UCLA. I'm gonna put UCLA in the top 4. Chip Kelly in the pros. Chip Kelly in college. Booking. he a top 4 team, man. He's a top 4 college coach, man. He recruits. That system he run is crazy. I'm gonna pick Chip Kelly, and I think I will put Penn State. You know what? I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna go biased. I think Georgia and I forgot Clemson. But I ain't gonna go back. I'm gonna stick with them 4. I'm gonna go Georgia and I'm gonna go UCLA, and I think Georgia wins it this year.
All right, so you got
Hold on.
Clemson.